respiro della vita, all'altra parte sei di me. Se la luce dei miei occhi mi rifletto dentro te. Se nel corpo la mia pelle, se mi stringi forte sai, questa vita si riaccende in ogni bacio che mi dai. Come un mantello sei, col tuo amore lo sei, mi avvolge Dio, non temo niente oramai. Dolce amore mio, il segreto tu sei, che mi fa vivere, amore sei tu, che come un vento mi soffi nell'anima, questa vita che vivo per te. Se respiro della vita, all'altra parte sei di me. Se la luce dei miei occhi mi rifletto dentro te. Se nel corpo la mia pelle, se mi stringi forte sai, questa vita si riaccende in ogni bacio che mi dai. E se guardo nei tuoi occhi vedo i sogni che farò, ogni volta in questo abbraccio morirei. Mille volte amore ancora, mi innamorerò, lo so, sempre più io di te. Se la luce dei miei occhi mi rifletto dentro te, se nel corpo la mia pelle, se mi stringi forte sai, questa vita si riaccende. Se respiro della vita, l'altra parte sei di me. Sei la luce, mi rifletto dentro te. Questa vita si riaccende in ogni bacio che mi dai. Sei respiro.
Hello everybody! Hello, and welcome. Giada Valenti here, back in Vegas. I was expecting the intro. Here comes the sun. We don't have it anymore. I keep forgetting. So yes, I am back in Vegas. I'm not in Venice, actually, but you will hear more in a second. And in Vegas, we are back to the whole time. It's 2 p.m. in the afternoon, which mean it's 22 p.m., 10 della sera, for you guys watching in Italy. And I've seen that some of you, I saw Stefano Serafini, che ci guarda da Venezia. Stefano Serafini, we talk about him actually when I was in Italy, is the tiramisu world champion. He made the famous heart-shaped tiramisu that he was also offered to me while I was visiting Treviso a few weeks ago. Grazie Stefano, bello averti qua con noi. And so the tiramisu world champion, and he has this tiramisu called Princess Elena. So thank you to having with us, very nice. And so it's 22 for Stefano in Venezia, dove si trova. And of course, let me know what time it is in wherever part in the world you are, because I want to welcome everybody from the Circle of Love that has been watching the Giada Live ever since we started. March is going to be 2 years ago when COVID started. And I also want to welcome to all the people that are watching today for the first, second or third times in their life from the page of my dear friend Richard Micheli of Italian Living, a fine living and luxury portal to the charm and elegance of the Italian lifestyle that every week is hosting the Giada Live also on his social media pages. Thank you so much, Richard. So new people watching, because from my own people, I see Janet from New Jersey, from the Circle of Love people, they've been with me for 2 years. Even though I never met some of them, I know everything, where they are and what time is in their zone. So if you're watching for the first time, what time it is and where are you watching from, and most of all, welcome. New people, don't forget to like my Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes, because we're also going live on Facebook, but also on YouTube and also Twitter, JJ? Also Twitter, by the way, and LinkedIn. So many, and LinkedIn. So wherever, if you have one of those pages, you can watch me wherever you want to. So keep follow me and like all those pages. So if you're new, my name is Giada Valenti, and I'm a singer and a songwriter. And I was born and raised in Venice, Italy. and I live now in Las Vegas. I do this Giada Live for close to 2 years. March is going to be 2 years when COVID started. And every Sunday that I started even before COVID, I entertain my Circle of Love on my Patreon page with something called the Love Song Sunday, where I get to sing, because here today mainly I'm going to be talk a lot and not sing that much. But on Sunday there is only music and of course a chit chat with everybody. I see Vivian, she's watching from USA, Texas. Texas where? Because I was in Dallas not so long ago, actually last week, last December, was it? November, JJ? We went there for Texas for the opening, was? October was, for the opening of one of the Italy store, and I made an XXL size tiramisu. Yes, Stefano is the world champion, but I just make the biggest one. It was huge, and I love very much Dallas. Where is she saying she's from?
San Antonio.
San Antonio. Oh, never been to San Antonio. Another place that I have to put in the list because I really love Texas and the cowboy and the cowgirl. So Giada Live, we also do American Sign Language. Ever since this started, COVID started and the Giada Live started, I decided to educate myself and all the people watching about American Sign Language. So we do some sign for the people that are unable to hear us, because I was made aware by my dear friend Diane Fiorentino here in Las Vegas, that as a deaf son, of the extra difficulty for people that were deaf, of all of us wearing masks. They couldn't read our lips, and still there are so many things that need to be done to for deaf awareness. So we've been doing deaf awareness thanks to Diane. So thank you, Diane. And this is the important sign we all know here at Giada Live, which is I love you, guys. So thank you for being here with me today. What JJ you see, but I don't see. So Sant Antonio, and also we see somebody also from Armenia. And hello Giada, Michael de Cilia, he said, formerly Vegas, not you at not met you at the Italian American Club, now reside in Daytona Beach. Okay, so you moved out of Vegas. We miss you, Michael, but glad I got to meet you at the Italian American Club. And I see many people, see somebody also saying 507 in Delaware. Thank you for letting us know. What else? Well, Medina, Ohio. What time is in Ohio? I guess it's like 5 o'clock, like in New York City. And you guys, also welcome to all the people watching from the East Coast. I have many friends in New York City and Long Island. So welcome also to all of you. I'm going to read more of your comments. We have some wonderful supporters here on the Giada Live. My favorite pastry, we were talking about tiramisu, from Verona, Italy, Matilde Vicenzi. And also we have newest additions is Mozzafiato, where America shops for the finest Italian beauty, fragrance and gift for men and women and home. And we had the beautiful founder and CEO, Emmy Parson, a few weeks ago. She appeared here on the Giada Live. She gave some suggestion for what to buy to the people who has everything for Valentine's Days. And I know many of you purchase things from that page. So just let me know what you order and if you like it or not. We are here to hear from you, especially Emmy. She's always willing and ready to give the best custom service. I am back in Las Vegas, yes, after 2 months in Venice, Italy with mom and dad. But I have news, as I said in the beginning of the program. I'm here in Vegas for 2 weeks and I'm going back to Venice at the end of next week. So I'm very happy actually, because I get to see my mom. I also got to do a little job that I will tell you all about it soon. And I also will be able to enjoy the last couple of days of Carnevale. Yes, Carnevale, it's happening. Actually started last week, and I'm happy that I'm going back to see the end of the Carnevale and also to try again the delicious crostoli and frittelle that my mom makes, that we make in Italy, only in Venice around the period of Carnevale. If you watch the Giada Live, I shared with you the recipe last week and the week before. If you want to join me also to Italy, that's me and mom with the frittelle. We made it a few weeks ago when I was in Italy. Those are delicious. And then we made also the crostoli. So you've seen the video, you know all about it. I don't have to repeat myself. If you want to join me to Italy, you can join me with the Perillo tour. We go there every year. We didn't do it the last 2 years because of COVID, but we are hoping to be able to do it. As far as now, it looks like we will be able to do it this October. And you can go on viavalenti.com for details and itinerary. So if you want to join me also there's going to be, of course, a lot of seasides, the scenery. We're going to see the beautiful place of Venice, Verona, Florence, and Rome, what we're going to do. But of course, there's going to be wine tasting, there's going to be food tasting. We're going to learn how to cook some delicious pasta and stuff like that. So please, please, please make sure that if you want to join me, to go to viavalenti.com and you find all the information. I see also Chris Dino met you in New York City for your beautiful concert, Love Under the Christmas Tree. On Long Island. That's a long ago, Chris, because then, I think it must be like 4 or 5 years ago, but nice to have you here with me, Chris. It's nice to find all these new people. I see Ismail is new. Good night, he said. So what time is in your place, Ismail? You said good night. So here in Las Vegas, it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So I don't know. Let us know where you're watching from. And I love Italian people, Mihrani said. Thank you very much. I take all the love I can. So before we talk about Carnevale, and we go together back to Venice, I'm going to have a sip of my water. I want to sing for you a song. Since I'm back in Vegas, I need to sing a song that here in Vegas we all love, of course. Elvis Presley, we call him the king of Vegas. Is the guy who did the majority of sold-out concert in Vegas ever. And this is a song that he sang in one of his movies. And here is, before we go to Venice, Love Me Tender. Enjoy my singing. Also, you, Miran, the love Italian people. Hopefully you love also Italian people that sings. Here it is. Elvis Presley. Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me dear, tell me you are mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Love me tender, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. So love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. I'll always will. I'll always will. Love Me Tender of the one and only Elvis Presley. So This was my song in honor of Las Vegas, where I am here. And now, guys, we are gonna fly to Venice because Carnevale, it's happening. The iconic celebrations that define Venice for century started indeed last week and is still unfolding. And thank you for the bravissimo, grateful voice. Thank you, Milran. So you love also Italian people that sing. So Carnevale is happening, and the title of this year theme. Every year the Carnevale has a theme and a title. This year the title is Remember the Future. So remember the future, and is under the artistic directions of Massimiliano Checchetto this year. There is a lot of activity in my beautiful hometown, as you can imagine. The city of love with the streets of water. That's so beautiful that I was born and raised there. And the Carnevale also this year filled with thousands of people the streets of Venice, that they are all wearing masks and handcraft masks and costume, and they are posing, all these beautiful people in costume, for the joy of professional photographers that they always come to Venice. That's why if you go on YouTube or on Google, you Google like Carnevale of Venice, you find so many of those beautiful pictures are all those professional photographers that fly from all over the world to go to Venice this week and next to take pictures of the people that are masquerade. It's a beautiful, magical, joyful event. If you've never been there, I would say go. This year, normally gazillions of people go, and this year I have heard only 80,000 people were able to go to Venice. Still a lot, right? Because Venice is very small, and this is due to the pandemic. So I know that not many people dare to fly to Italy, or were not allowed to fly from the country that they were. But anyway, there are colorful coriandoli and stelle filanti, as we call it, confetti and streamers all over Venice. If you go, there is even on Facebook a page called Carnevale di Venezia, official Carnevale di Venezia, and you can go there and they offer you everyday pictures of all the events. There are tons of events and masquerade balls also this year, so it's a kind of a return of Carnevale, because for the last 2 years Venice was not able to celebrate Carnevale, at least not in the way that we're doing this year. So the theme this year is Remember the Future, so remember the future. I think this is the future in sign language. But the opening night happened last week, was Venezia Lux Futura was called, and is an opening event. Is the event, it opens the Carnevale, and is actually on the water. So 20 typical Venetian boats, including the Serenissima and 2 Bissone Veneziane that you're going to see in a second in the video, and the Bizantina. They're all typical Venetian boats that they take out only on the special events, regatta like this one, or the historic regatta. They did the opening and they glided around the waters of the Grand Canal, and I found here a little video that you can see what happened a few days ago in Venice. Enjoy this video, and I would say it's magical. Just look at this. Venice a few days ago. Everybody is getting ready, as you can see. This was, of course, during the day, and then when the dark starts to come, as you see the boats that I just mentioned you, they go into the water and they are decorated to perfections. Those artisans, they worked for months to prepare all the costumes that you see during this historical regatta. And look at that, it's magnificent, and it's very joyful. I've heard from my friends in Venice this year was a little bit quieter than normal, but actually even more spectacular. Maybe a little bit like it was at the origins of this tradition. But look at that, those are the boats they take out only on special events in Venice, and this was a few days ago for the opening of the Carnevale. It's a magnificent place, of course, and all the restaurants, the bars are open. There are all the Venetians, of course, are on the streets. Nobody stays home. It's probably the event where everybody who is from Venice and lives in Venice, they go at least outside on the street, on the Grand Canal, to enjoy these magnificent things. If you have never seen, I only have a few words. I always say, I hope that everybody can at least to experience this once time in their lives. It's beautiful, and it's quiet actually, because remember, if you've never been to Venice, I hope you come with me in October. It's small. It's a very small place. Of course, it gathers millions of tourists, but Venice was not made for all the people, so, and the streets are very small, so if you go, because remember the main way to go around are the canals, and there is only one big canal, that one that you see there, the Grand Canal, and this was the opening of the Carnival a few days ago. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video that I was able to grab from YouTube, actually, from the official page of Venice. Also, just a few days ago, so they presented the Marias. If you have been watching the Giada Valenti live, you know that in Venice we have so many old traditions, and one of them, of course, is the Regata Storica that you just saw, that is different every year, but is already happening for centuries. And another one is Festa delle Marie, probably one of the oldest traditions. And every year, this tradition highlights 12 beautiful young girls from the age of 18 and 28 years old of age, and they need to be born in Venice, or they need to be of the province of Venice. And here are the pictures of the 12 girls that have been selected. The selection went on for months, and here are the 12 girls. I find them all very beautiful, but gentlemen, you tell me, you can go back later and watch in the video, which one do you think is supposed to be the winner of the Maria? Of course, it's not only the beauty that you see on their face, is also the character, the way they present themselves. And actually this event has very old roots. I'm going to tell you a little bit before I show you also other videos of the Maria. According to the Venetian traditions, there was a long processions during Carnival every year. They were starting, like they still do, from the Arsenale to the Church of St. Peter in Castello, which is one of the neighborhood of Venice. And these processions was all brides that were gonna get married in that year in Venice. They were going to get a blessing on the Church of St. Peter. And the story is that basically in the January 31st of 944, so gazillions of centuries back, the Marias, those young beautiful girls, were on their way to the church to get blessed. And in the midst of all of this was a very dark, misty night. They got kidnapped by a group of pirates. They kidnapped the brides, and they took the girls away for several days. But the Venetian chased the pirates with other boats. They were able to capture and kill actually the pirates, and to save finally all the brides they were kidnapped. And in honor of this victory, memorable victory if you want to say, the Doge of Venice, which was the most important person at the time in Venice, he decided to do an event every year in honor of the young girls that were about to get married that year. They were doing big celebration, and if the girls were poor, they were giving them jewels and all kind of beautiful gowns and dresses to help them enjoy this beautiful day. So every year, many of the girls of Venice, rich and poor, they all wanted to be part of the Maria. That's why I started a tradition to choose the Maria. So not every beautiful girl could have been the Maria. Like these days, the girls needs to be chosen. And the name Maria comes because they were the girls were they were captured, they were free again on the second day of February, which is the day of the purifications of Mother Mary. That's why they decided to call these beautiful brides the Maria. So as I said, for weeks to these days, remember it started in 1900, the tradition still go on. Many of the beautiful girls, 18 and 20 years old, born and raised in Venice or just in the neighborhood of Venice, they just apply through the newspaper, our local newspaper, Il Gazzettino, to be selected for the Maria, to be part of Festa delle Maria. And as you saw, finally they chose the 12 Maria that I showed in the pictures before. And normally the winner of the Maria that is going to be chosen the 28th of this month is supposed to be the one that does the flight of the angel, Il Volo dell'Angelo, one of the most spectacular events in Venice that happened in San Marco Square, another one of those events that I hope everybody gets to see at least once in life. It's not happening this year, my friends told me, unfortunately, but it's happening hopefully next year. And here JJ is showing actually the picture of the gowns that the Maria are going to be wearing this year. This is a beautiful gown. It's made by Francesco Brigi from the Atelier Longhi of Venice, which is a very famous atelier. and the costume reproduced Venetian dress of late 1400 and 1500s, and those are the 12 Maria of this year with that dress. So he made that dress for each and every one of those 12 girls, and as you can see in these videos and pictures of last year, the Maria gets to do a lot of events for a week long, actually 2 weeks long. They got educated how to talk, how to walk, and they go to dinners and lunch in the best restaurants of Venice. So I hope if you ever are in Venice for Carnevale and you see a group of 12 beautiful young girls, then you know who they are. Of course, they are young, remember? So there's going to be a lot of also party where they are not dressed like that Maria, but dressed normally. And of course, there are last year and no, actually, this a couple of years ago, and they were watching the Campanile di San Marco in a picture where normally they supposed to be the flight of the angel. And the last picture that Jay just showed you is happening February 28th, because the 12th Maria will be studied for 2 weeks by the jury and everybody watching, and then February 28th, I'm going to be in Italy, maybe I'm going to see it, they're going to choose the Maria. The winner is going to be chosen at the famous Fenice Theater in Venice. So before we say goodbye, I want to say my birthday was January 25th, but I was in Italy, so I have amazing people here on the Circle of Love, and one is appearing, is there, Janet Sessa. She said, Venice looks magical and wonderful. Thank you. So Janet couldn't send me a package. She always share with me her favorite things. So she sent me last week a package with gazillions of makeups and creams. I took a picture and I posted on social media. Thank you, Janet. Shampoo, balsamo, conditioner, body lotion. She always shared with me two pajama, silk pajama. I forgot to bring them here. I should have worn a pajama because they are silk pajama. One is pink and one is black, and they looks like evening gown. So thank you, Janet. I love you. Thank you for sharing always with me those beautiful gifts. And of course, she always send me also a beautiful card with the most precious message. Thank you, Janet. It was my birthday all over again. So we talked about Carnevale, and because last week we were not able to air the show, we started now, we are already in the middle of the Carnevale, but we talk about the Volo dell'Angelo that is not happening, and I made this morning for you very quickly a little video where you can learn a little bit more in 2 minutes about the traditions of Carnevale and the flight of the angel. So JJ, please start. Venice, between history, myth and fun. Le origini del Carnevale, the origins of Carnival. Venice and its Carnival, 1,000 years of history with roots that can be traced back to 1094, when it was mentioned for the first time in a document issued by Doge Vitale Falier. A couple of centuries later, in 1296, the Senate of the Republic issued an edict declaring that the day before Lent to be a public holiday, thus launching a tradition that has continued to this day. In ancient times, Carnival lasted for 6 weeks, from St. Stephen's Day to Ash Wednesday, but the celebration often began in October, providing the city with more than 5 months of fun and festivities. During Carnival, the city's campi and campielli squares of Venice were alive with music, jester, and theatrical performers, but it was in St. Mark's Square that the festivities reached their climax. From the middle of the 16th century onward, St. Mark's Square became the setting of a never-seen-before spectacle that was to leave the city speechless. A young Turkish acrobat, walking balanced on a rope, climbed step by step from the square to the top of St. Mark's Campanile. This astounding feat was immediately dubbed the Flight of the Turk, the Svolo del Turco, and was destined to become the most eagerly awaited event of Carnival for many years to come, always with new variation until a man wearing wigs lay down along the rope connecting the bell towers to the Doge's palace. Thus was born the Flight of the Angel, Volo dell'Angelo. a centuries-old tradition of wonder and amazement that is still celebrated today and that made Venice the city with the oldest and most famous carnival in the world. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I was reading your comments. So that's basically, il volo dell'angelo is not happening, the flight of the angel not happening this year because too many people will conglomerate in one single place and it would be too much of a risk since we are still in the middle of COVID also in Venice, Italy. But many activity are happening. So all my Venetian friends are actually happy that this year, even if it's in a different and a smaller scale, the Carnivale still happen. And let's hope the next year we go back to the whole full amount of events. I see this Mary Rose, she said, I never knew this, so interesting. I think she refers about De Marias. Yeah, it's a very important traditions in Valley, like is the Volo dell'Angelo and Il Ballo del Doge. If you follow my PBS special, you saw my PBS special, I was wearing those beautiful gowns of Antonia Sauter that organized already for, I think, 20 years or something. It's more the exclusive dance of Venice called Il Ballo del Doge. And I've heard that this year also Il Ballo del Doge went back, which is a very beautiful things to hear. And I also see Amy Elwood from Las Vegas. She said, will you be doing your cooking demonstrations again? Welcome home to sunny Las Vegas. Well, Amy, actually, I'm planning as soon as I can settle back for good in Las Vegas, because as I said, I'm going back to Italy next at the end of next week to do at least once a month something with cooking. And I have something else cooking that we are working on that cannot share everything yet because it's not 100% sealed and stamped, but I have another project, important project, that has to do a lot with cooking. So yes, Amy, I'm planning to do more things about with food and cooking at least once a month from my kitchen here in Las Vegas, so you guys can enjoy all my pastas and my dishing while I'm cooking some delicious recipe for you. Thank you, Diane, for all designed. And coffee. Yes, I need some coffee. I'm still have some jet lag. So we're going to be having more cooking soon. This is what is happening. This was for today. This was the show a little bit about Carnivale. And next week I'm going to be in Venice, so I will be able to enjoy Carnivale. I will do some live streaming probably from Venice. So make sure that you follow me in all my social pages here in on Facebook or also on YouTube. Sometimes I go live there, and even Instagram. So make sure that you follow me everywhere, so you're not going to be missing my live streaming from Venice. I'm going there next week. But before I go to Venice, actually for me it's going to be a busy week because I'm going to be appearing at the Composer Showcase here in our Spectacular Smith Center next Wednesday. Thanks to Keith Thompson, I'm going to be singing an original song, not written by me this time, but written by my dear friend Len Akehouse, In Your Arms Forever, that he wrote for his wife for more than 50 years. It's a beautiful song. Then Thursday, very excited, I'm going back to the South Point Casino for the 20th anniversary of the Dennis Bono Show. I haven't seen Dennis and all my friends, the singing friends, the band, and the audience. I don't know if some of you are watching. I'm going back to Dennis Bono for their 20th anniversary of Dennis Bono. It's going to be a joy to be there. And then Friday night, actually this Friday, tomorrow night, I'm invited by Andrea Bocelli to go and see him perform here at the MGM Arena in Las Vegas. So guys, if you are in Las Vegas and you have never seen Andrea Bocelli, please go and see him. You know, it's magical. If there are still tickets, because even though there are 20,000 tickets or something like that, they always gone with the wind in no time. So I will fly to Italy for Carnivale next week, so I will not be able to do the Giada Live next week, but I'll see you back with the Giada Live on March the 2nd, so a week, 2 weeks from now, which will be also Ash Wednesday from Venice, Italy. We should be talking about Ash Wednesday, but as I said, make sure to to join me in all my socials, so you can see the live streaming directly from Venice, where the Carnival is happening right now. And of course, this Sunday you can join me on my Love Song Sunday, where that stays always there. Also next Sunday, every Sunday I'm there. So this Sunday from Las Vegas, and next week, yes, live from Venice as well. So guys, I'm gonna leave you with a hug and a kiss, And thank each and every one of you that was here with me. I'm going to read your comments and put my comments. And yeah, you saw my post also today on social media. We lost one of the most amazing musicians that I knew, but for sure one of the most amazing musicians in the world. I need to say that, Ramon Stagnaro. I got to play with him. I just mentioned Andrea Bocelli. If you love the music of Andrea Bocelli, you saw the guy on guitar with the chubby big fingers playing the guitar like nobody else was Ramon Stagnaro, and he left us yesterday due to COVID. So God bless your soul, Ramon. I feel blessed that I got to work and to know you, and the world of music will never be the same about Ramon. And funny enough, last night I was recording vocals here in Las Vegas for a project that I have to finish, and Ramon was playing guitar when I was made aware by Rodrigo Rios, the producer in Brazil, that Ramon had just passed away. And I felt incredible that I was singing on a track with Ramon playing while Ramon was not longer with us. So Ramon, rest in peace. Guys, there is always joy around us. Ramon is in a better place for sure. Vi lascio con un bacio ed un abbraccio, and raise your hand with a I love you, and let's stay connected. Grazie a tutti, ciao e buon carnevale.
Dankeschön, dear old Dankeschön. Thank you for seeing me again. Though I'm here in my solitude, I know you are there, and in my heart I smile again. And so I sing here in my solitude, waiting to see you, same time, same place, and I can't wait to say again, Dankeschön, 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 dear old Alfie.